Good afternoon, students of 9th standards. Uh, in the previous video, we have seen from algebra uh, question number 6 we have completed. Now we will take question number 7 from the problem set. Here see, represent the union of two sets by Venn diagram for each of the following. In this way, question is there. I will write the question here. A is equal to, I hope you will be able to see. Yes, A is equal to 3, 4, 5, 7 and B is equal to 1, 4, 8. If you see in this, 4 is common, so you can represent it as 4 is common, so in this way you can draw two circles. 4 is common, one element is common. This is, we can take A, this you can take as B, remaining as it is you can write, that is 3, 5, 7, and to the right side 1 and A. Okay. In the same way, question number second is there. I will run this. Set P is there. In that, elements given A, comma B, comma C, comma E, comma F. A, B, C, E, F, and Q is equal to L, M, N, E, B. If you see in this, two elements are common, that is B and E. B and E. So again, two circles, common elements we can write here, B and E. Other than that, we can name it. First of all, name the first circle as a set P, second circle as set Q. Leaving to B and E, remaining elements are A, C and F. To the right side, L, M, N in this. Okay. Next we will see question number third. In question number third, here set is given to you, x is equal to x such that x is a prime number between 80 and 100. Prime numbers between 80 and 100 which are there? So 83, 89 and 97. These are the prime numbers between 80 to 100. And afterwards, in the second set, y is a set of y such that y is an odd number between 90 and 100. We are told the odd numbers between 90 and 100. So we should start from 91, 93, 95, 97 and 99. If you will see in this also, one element is common, that is 97. So we will draw in this way. So 97 is common in this. We will name the set as one circle as X, other as Y. Leaving to this 97, 83, 89, and this in this Y. The remaining elements other than 97 you should write in this way. This question number 7 is there. We are representing it in the form of Venn diagram. Now question number 8 is there. See, write the subset relation between the following sets. In this way question is there. So in that, first they have given x is the set of all quadrilaterals. I hope everybody have textbook, so you should see in your textbook, x is the set of quadrilateral, y is the set of rhombus, s is the set of all the squares, t is the set of all the parallelograms, v is the set of all rectangles. So if you see, the name quadrilateral itself, it determines that it is the biggest one. So all the other sets, means rhombus, squares, parallelograms, rectangles, these are the subsets of quadrilateral. So you can write in first of all, V is a subset of X. Then afterwards, T is a subset of X. Then afterwards, S is a subset of X, and Y is the subset of X. So these all are the subset of that quadrilateral set of the quadrilaterals. Okay. Second is every square is a rhombus. See, first of all, every square is there. Every square is a rhombus. Every square is a parallelogram, and every square is a rectangle. Means, if to understand this, first of all, properties you should know of the squares. Just I am explaining this. This is the square. If you see in this, in a square all angles are 90. So these are the properties of rectangle. So every square is a rectangle, no doubt. And next, if it is a square, its opposite sides are parallel. So these are the properties of parallelogram. And about the rhombus, if you want to see, in a square, all diagonals. First of all, it is a parallelogram. You can see, means opposite sides are parallel, and their diagonals are perpendicular bisectors of each other. So this is the property of rhombus. Again, one property is there: opposite angles are equal. So what you can see, that every square is a rhombus, parallelogram, and rectangle. Means, how to write this? S denotes the set of squares. So in this way you can write, first of all, about the rhombus, S is subset of rhombus. Where is rhombus? It Y. Then S is a subset of parallelogram. Where is parallelogram in this? T. And S is a subset of rectangle. Which is the set it represents rectangle? That is a V. In this. Okay. So third, we will see every rhombus and rectangle is a parallelogram. This you know very well. Means, what I want to say is, if every suppose every rhombus and rectangle. First of all, we see about the rectangle. Suppose it is a rectangle, its opposite sides are parallel, no doubt, as it is 90-90, their opposite sides are parallel. So it is the property of parallelogram. And if it is a rhombus, no doubt opposite sides are parallel, so it is also the property of parallelogram. So you can say every rhombus is the subset of parallelogram, and also rectangle is the subset of parallelogram. So here, third one, first of all, rhombus. What rhombus denotes here? Set Y. Y is the subset of parallelogram, that is T, and afterwards Y is the subset of again one is there, that is a set of rectangles, that is V is the subset of T. Okay. So in this way we have seen today these questions. Thank you very much. Remaining we will see tomorrow.